Hey everybody, it's Terensu again, and I know what you're thinking. Two videos this close together. What have I done to deserve this? Well, you didn't do anything, but Punk7890 did. If you don't know who Punk7890 is, he's kind of a, well, I don't really know what he calls himself, but he used to be a member of Zelda's Secret Ocarina a long time ago alongside myself, and he's always put out lots of music and odd game hacks and just some real quality content if you love N64 games like I do. I'm going to put a link to his channel down below. Definitely go check it out if you like the stuff in my channel. And I have to give him full credit for this that I'm about to show you. This is a level select, a working developer level select in Castlevania 64. My mind was kind of blown when I saw this. Unfortunately, it's pretty simple, but I did want to make a video in addition to his video just to kind of look at it and talk about it and just see what's there. So what I've done here is I've made a file as Carrie, and the reason I've done that is the level select, it can be activated at any time with the code that Punk created, and I will put that down below so that you can see what that code is and you can go try it. It should work on console or emulator. You should be able to do this on either. But basically, anytime you press L plus Z with this code, it will take you to the level select, and then you can select the level. Now, if you do it at the title screen, you're going to end up playing as Reinhardt, because Reinhardt is character 00 in the game's data. He's the base character, and being that he's a Belmont, that makes perfect sense. But you can actually use the level select as Carrie. You just need to have you need to already be playing as Carrie, because basically what this code does is it just warps you to whatever place you tell it to. That's all it does. If I had to guess, the Game Shark code that's been out there forever that lets you warp stages instantly, I don't know, maybe it was drawing from some code from this. I'm not sure exactly how that guy programmed that. But anyway, let's grab this power up because it's here. And without further ado, let me take you to the level select. So you get this menu here, and it looks pretty old. That font looks a little bit different than what's in the game. And I say this is pretty old because all the levels here are Reinhardt specific. Every single one of them, like Execution Tower and Dual Tower is missing. But Execution Tower is very much a Reinhardt special. And it has versus Death here as well as versus Actrice. But you'll notice the misspellings. These are kind of generic. It just says forest. It doesn't say forest of silence. It says inside of rampart. It doesn't say castle wall. This just says courtyard, no villa or anything like that. I just think this is older because it's incomplete. Originally they planned for 4 characters. It ended up getting knocked down to 2. I think Reinhardt was pretty much always in there. So I think he's been around the longest. So it makes sense that this would be kind of a more Reinhardt specific stage select, right? Like the only reference to Carrie is really this versus Actrice here. And I also wonder if at some point some stages were swapped around, because you've got Clock Tower and Execution Tower over here as stage 4 and 5. There's no mention of the tunnel stage whatsoever. And you also have stage 8 versus Behemoth. That's a misspelling of Behemoth. That's supposed to be, that takes you to Castle Center. So I'm wondering if at one point some stages were swapped around and went to different places. But anyway, let's just pick one here. If you pick Forest, which we're already at, it takes you to the very beginning of the game, and we get the opening cutscene. But we can just go right back, of course. And the neat thing is, if you're Carrie, you can actually use this to go to Execution Tower without hacking stages, which I guess technically you did hack if you're using a level select. And this takes you to Execution Tower as Carrie. Now the game is lagging very hard for some reason. I'm not sure what's up with that. I do need to go through these stages and make sure that it's taking you to the final game version, and this isn't some sort of beta version that you're being taken to. I highly doubt it, but I think it's worth checking out just to see. I'm also interested to know what difficulty level that this level select sets you up at, because you can kind of screw around with the game a little bit, modifying cutscenes, and basically candle drops are determined by the difficulty you're on. So if you manage to get into the main game without selecting a difficulty, you just get drops from all three. So you'll get the $100 money bag, the chicken, and the roast beef. All three levels of items that you could get at one time. So I could even throw myself into the lava. Bam. Save myself with level select. Let's do versus death here and just see what happens. Carrie versus death. So it's taken us to the clock tower with the execution tower music still playing. I'm not sure if this is the side Carrie normally ends up on when she comes to this level. Carrie or Reinhardt. Because there's actually 4 towers rendered here. And you know, originally there was going to be 4 characters, so that's a long-standing theory of mine that at one point every character would have ended up on a different tower, probably before they went to the castle keep for the final showdown. Now you can only see 3 from right here, the 2 on either side and the one you're standing on. But if you use the moon jump and you go over there, that 4th tower is indeed over there. And yes, that is the last area right there, so you can just moon jump up there and essentially finish the game without doing clock tower from here. But we're getting a little off topic. So we selected the fight with death, but death's not here. But if you go down and you heard the door close as if you just entered a room of clocks back there. And then we come back up here. Actrice is waiting on us. So it seems to be a little bit hard-coded as to which boss you encounter here. You can actually get Carrie to fight Death and Reinhardt to fight Actrice, but to do it you have to use the cutscene modifier to force the cutscene that loads the boss. Pretty much all the events in Castlevania 64 are driven by events and cutscenes. I think this is just the fight proper. There's nothing special about this. It's just a regular, good old-fashioned Actrice fight. Her name is spelled incorrectly there with the extra E in it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. You know, all these, the names are a little bit different than they are in the final game. It's missing Carrie's levels, except for the Actrice fight, which is really just the same as the Death fight. It's missing Carrie levels. There's no reference to Cornel or Coller, which I think unfortunately supports the theory that those guys didn't make it very far at all into development. You can actually hack the game to get their names to show up in the menu, like when you pause, but it makes the game weird out. I asked Punk about it in the comments section, and he thinks it's because their animations are still stored in the game, so it's trying to load those, and that causes your character to glitch out. It doesn't really know what to do with that. So could there be some more Cornel and Coller stuff hidden in Vanilla 64? Very possible. I only hope that somebody with the know-how is able to take a deeper look into it, and maybe even a deeper look into this thing, see if there's some more hidden stuff in there. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to take a little bit closer look at this thing and make a video. So all credit goes to Punk7890 for discovering this. He posted it on the cutting room floor as well. I'm going to put a link to his channel and the code below so you can try it out. It's very easy to get this working. If you have any trouble, send me a message or post a comment, but I'm going to put instructions on how to do it below. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate you.